last but not least, Ted dropped in the chat room that Triple H is rumored to be obsessed with signing Japanese legend to a WWE contract.
Who's that?
Which is Okada. Triple
Oh,
H has made it a personal mission to sign the legendary Okada to WWE. However, his contract New Japan is rumored to be coming to an end soon. It makes sense for Triple H to be interested in bringing a talent of Okada's caliber to the promotion.
hopefully to NXT.
Okada is still 32 years old despite a career that spans more than 10 years. He's had a brief stop with Impact Wrestling in 2010 and 11.
Speaking of erasing stuff.
So he is no stranger to American wrestling promotion, but he has made his fame in his home country. Okada is a 5-time IWGP World Champion who has already had legendary matches with Omega, Nakamura, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and a host of others in his career. If you ever seen him in the ring and the presence he has on camera, there is no question he would be a major star in WWE as long as he's allowed to be himself. He is the complete package with great strength, athleticism, and the confidence to make a mark. We do not know if Okada fancies a move to WWE, and we know it's almost impossible for him to be on the same pedestal in the U.S. as he is currently on New Japan. Would he be willing to make that kind of sacrifice and adapt to a promotion that does things differently than the one he's become accustomed to? That's the major question. If more details arise considering WWE rumored interest in Okada, I will update this story. What are your thoughts on that, Dave? Okada is a god in Japan. So I don't see this ever happening. What about you?
Probably not, but if he does want to get out of Japan and go try somewhere else, see what happens again, I mean, why not? I mean, I would much prefer him in NXT than anywhere Raw or SmackDown, because NXT would treat him right, I think. But yeah, it would be cool to see.
If Okada was, say he did sign, which if the Twitter wrestling world would blow up with hate because Okada signed there, they would think automatically he would end up being a bust there. They would treat him like shit, whatever have you. But say he did sign with the WWE, don't you feel like Okada is too big of a name to put on NXT? Regardless if they all feel like NXT is a part of the same group of Raw and SmackDown, won't you feel like he should be on Raw or SmackDown?
No, because you're trying to compete with AEW right now. And if you add a big star like that to your weekly show, that might likely draw some viewers away and even increase some viewers for NXT to see, wow, Okada versus Adam Cole, Okada versus Killer Cross, Okada, so many great Keith Lee. There's so many great matchups that there could be in NXT. And if you want to make NXT continue to push it as a third brand, this would be a way to do it, to bring in big stars like this to NXT. Which I get what you're saying, though. It would be nicer to see him like at WrestleMania. But do you really trust the Raw and SmackDown people to treat Okada the way he should be treated? I don't. I trust Triple H to treat him right in NXT, because look at how he treated Nakamura and Finn Balor when he had them there, like superstars.
Yeah, and you got to assume that Okada has seen what happens to guys from New Japan and that have signed with the WWE. Nakamura, I think, has had a pretty successful career in the WWE, regardless of how he's being booked now. I mean, he's won a world championship. He's had a great NXT career. And then, he didn't win a world championship?
The NXT world title, Nakamura did.
I thought he did the world championship on the main roster, I guess. I was wrong. He's won the U.S. championship. He's won the IC championship. He's won the Royal Rumble. He's had a match with AJ Styles at WrestleMania. So he's had a pretty successful career there. But then there's guys like Hideo Itami, who had a horrible, run with the WWE, for different issues, of course. But, there's also Kairi Sane, and there's Io Shirai, and then, there's all these, and who was the latest one that they just said? I'm having a brain fart on.
Kishida?
Kishida. He hasn't really done much either. So,
Yeah.
You know, Okada is a big name. I just don't feel like he would go right to NXT. I feel like he would want to be on the main time slot Monday or Friday night. Well, NXT treat him right, Dave. Look at what's happening to Kishida. I didn't before I even read the comment. There you go. Hunter would treat him better than Vince would, said Steven2411.
Yeah, but Kishida, I think, hasn't. He's just coming off an injury too, I believe, and he's just getting back in the mix a little bit. I feel so. I think it's still too early to say that they've destroyed Kishida. I just don't think they have yet. I mean, I think he hasn't really been put in a great spot yet. I think they're still waiting on that. So, I don't know. I think he could have a good run if they wanted to do something with him. So, yeah. But I don't know. Is Kishida on that same level as a Nakamura or an Okada? I don't know. Other people, maybe Bob Ruski or whoever else is in the chat right now would know that, or big on New Japan. Is Kishida on that same level?
Okay. Probably not. I would assume. Not at all.
I think he was just a junior weight champion.
He's way too big for NXT. You don't put him on the show for better ratings. He's a megastar, not on a developmental show. You put him on the biggest.
It's not a developmental show.
That is true. Okada also speaks English. He's not coming to linger in NXT. He's in his prime. He wants to face the best and build his brand, says Ted, which is true. I could see him not being on NXT.
Yeah, well, you want him jobbing out to freaking Rollins? No, thank you.
I will say this, though. Okada could do well on NXT if guys like Riddle and Keith Lee leave. Yeah, that's true. I just don't see Okada going there. Like, I do not ever see Okada ever stepping foot in a WWE ring. I don't ever see that happening ever. If I had to like put money on it, I would say that he never shows up in a wrestling ring ever.
I never thought I'd see AJ Styles in a WWE ring.
Yeah, that's understandable, but I understand what you mean there, but I just don't see it happening.
If we were still in the same position where NXT was still taped and it was still just on the network, then I would say no. But if you're going to start bringing stars in and you want to make NXT better and grow, you need to start putting bigger stars on there.
Okay, fair enough.